You're finally done with the course, and I hope you really learned a few tricks you can use to interface your QML to C++. The course really revolved around 3 ways you can expose your data from C++ to Qt In the start of the course, we looked at how you can use context properties and context object to expose a ready-made C++ object and be able to use the data contained inside in QML. We were able to call methods on the object, and these methods were manipulating the fields that we have in the class. The other way we saw was to use different overrides of QML register type, and we saw that you can use it to either register a type that you can instantiate in QML or register a type that you cannot create in QML using QML register uncreatable type or using QML register type without parameters inside. These are the basic chief weapons we have to interface between QML and C++. On top of these, we also saw some different constructs you can build for your C++ types. We saw how you can build in features like list properties, attached properties, property value sources, and a few other cool features that are very good to have in your QML API. So now that you have these cool tricks under your belt, what next? I would really recommend to practice this as much as you can, and nothing is going to beat this. If you have a project you are working on, try to use the tips you got from the course and try to expand on what you learned here and even learn much more by yourself. So this course tried to give you the basics of how you can interface your Qt to QML. Right now, we're going to go to the documentation and show you a few other things you can look at. Here we are in the Qt documentation. We are going to look at an overview of how you integrate between QML and C++. They talk about a few of the things we talked about in the course. You see, they say that QML is designed to be easily extensible through C++ code. This is really what we did in the course. Here they talk about the benefits of being able to integrate between C++ and QML. You can separate the user interface code from the application logic. This is really what we did. You have the capability to invoke C++ methods from QML. We did that a lot. They also say that you can create your own QML types. We also saw how to do that in the course. What I really want to show you is this graph here. And it really helps in choosing the correct way to integrate between your QML and C++. They give you a few steps you could follow to know which kind of integration you're going to use. If you look in here, you see that they have QML register type. They have QML register singleton type. We didn't look at this, so for now you can ignore this. They have QML register uncreatable type. They also have set context property. And you can look at this to kind of have another perspective on how to understand these things. Again, I know I didn't talk about singletons. This is another topic. I couldn't cover it in the course. I plan to cover this in another upcoming course. So if you are interested, stay tuned and I am going to notify you when the course becomes available. And down here, they talk about exposing attributes of C++ class to QML. This is really using the QProperty mechanism and be able to propagate the changes between QML and C++. Down here, you see that they talk about context properties and they talk about other concepts that you really should read about. So I'll leave you to read this entire thing. It is a good thing to read after you finish the course. It is going to help you have a big picture about what we learned about in the course. And it is going to give you a few pointers on how you could improve on the knowledge that you already have today. Okay, I also have a few things I would recommend you read about if you want to dig deeper in this topic of interfacing C++ to QML. Using custom C++ models is a very interesting topic because it is going to allow you to take advantage of the model view architecture that is already available and mature on the C++ side of Qt. And you can take full advantage of it without really doing too much work. So it is something good to look at. You can also learn about how to expose your classes as singletons, building your own visual types, versioning your QML types so that your users can run different versions of the APIs that you provide. These are the topics I do recommend to look at if you really want to know more about how you can get your C++ and QML sides to talk to each other. I have to say, I am working on another course that is going to talk about these topics. So it is very probable that by the time you watch this, the course is going to be available. So it might be a good idea to try and check it out. Why not? And in fact, if you are our student, you are entitled to take any of our published courses that are available and listed in the next lecture. So it is a good idea to check it out and see if there is something you might like. The list is shown here, and you see that we have some Qt development courses, we have some courses on XMPP, and you can look at all the other courses on Qt and see if there is any topic that interests you. And if you are interested, all you have to do is click on the link here and take the course. The discount is going to be already applied. Okay, this brings us to the end of the course. I would like to thank you for enrolling. If you got some value out of the course, I would appreciate it if you took some time to leave your review. But most importantly, I am wishing you well on your journey to become a better Qt developer. Till next time, bye.